Okay, so let's do. So this is Cool Catz Chat episode 2, which is going to be about the pre-patch for Shadowlands, which will hopefully, there hasn't been an official date announced yet for the patch, but we have now all downloaded it on the background downloader. And right now, and I guess something we can kind of start off with is, well, I guess first off, so Swaith, you actually just kind of came back, didn't you? After a very long period of time. So
Maybe. Possibly.
possibly.
You don't know me.
So
Or do you?
I think
That'd
we
be
do.
creepy.
You never know. So yeah, so we had the actual release for the expansion October 26th, and then 27th for me over here in Europe. So, and of course that week my boss, who also plays World of Warcraft, is already like taken off. So I'll be the one that has to man the battle stations that week while he's playing. But it's okay. Technically, I'm already playing the expansion anyways, right?
That's why you just bring a laptop that can play it with you.
So yeah, so like I said, people are. I mean, it would be really awesome if it came out on the 22nd, but I'm really thinking it's going to be the 29th. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of content. Supposedly the events, the quest lines don't start and kick in until 2 weeks before, supposedly. So there's only speculation of. Normally they say when the next season 2, like the PvP season's gonna end. Normally they give like a. Some people were saying 2 weeks, right? But I've heard as quick as or at least 10 days has been the shortest if I could actually talk tonight.
I know nothing about these patch cycles.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like when it comes out, right? And I think that, let's put this in front of me so I'm actually looking at it. Yeah, so I don't know. I hope it's the 22nd, or it'd be cool if it was 22nd, but I think it's going to be 29th. I think that gives us enough time to really get in there and actually play and, all the class changes, which, I don't know, for Paladin, I can tell you right now, playing the beta, I mean, other than getting Hammer of Wrath back, Consecration back, there hasn't really been too much of a really big filling for me. So, I know, Missy, you were saying you're going to get some AoEs back as a Warlock?
Well, I think so. If I get my at least if I get my 2 other demons back, my Infernal and the other one. I can't remember its name right off the hop, but the Infernal was great for AoE. So I was just trying to read some of it until we went into technical difficulties, but yeah, they're changing up a lot of stuff, and I haven't had a chance to read all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of looking on here, just to kind of see what you guys actually, and what, you're probably going to go Affliction? Is that what you're going to stay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what I'm gonna stay on mine.
We'll
and
make sure.
Arcane Mage, I think, probably, because I do like it better than Frost.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be my Horde, and then, of course, Medwin. Medwin's my girl. She's staying Affliction through thick and thin. I said I'd never change her.
Yeah, I was.
Never say never.
Yeah, I was. Well, Demonology, because I just loved, like, I mean, just my pet classes, right? Hunters and Beastmaster, and then Demonology. When I did switch to Destruction, though, It felt a lot quicker. You know, it was a lot more satisfying. But like the more and more I played of it, I don't know. It felt like I don't know. It was like you remember a long time ago those the little zebra bubble gums packages. You would eat it and
They're
it
still
tastes
around.
yeah. You eat it, it tastes really good, and
Flavor
then
only lasts for like 2 seconds.
yeah. So that's what I kind of started to feel like with Destruction. It was cool, big ass chaos bolt flying out, and then it was just I don't know. The more and more I played it and just leveling and going after things, it just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't see. I lost the flavor for it. So I've never tried Affliction, but like I said, I technically have 29 alts on Lightbringer, and I think like 14 alts on Hyjul. Being
You're slacking.
I'm going the crazy way of a character per class or per spec, practically for the most part. Um, but yeah. Anyways, so I guess to kind of give like I don't know if you guys have really looked into like the kind of the state of the of Shadowlands and beta, and I don't know if you've really heard the term where a lot of people are now thinking that they're rushing this thing, and that people in beta are seeing more bugs now than they did when they first started the alpha and beta. So
The alpha beta.
the alpha beta.
The alpha beta gamma delta.
Yep.
So if that's the case, Blizzard should seriously take a look at that and not fall into the whole thing that other things have gotten into, because it's not the first time that something's been rushed.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I said, there was a lot of like back and forths, right, on this on the. I'm not for sure if you guys could actually see the beta forums or not,
Probably not.
but so I mean, I was just reading them, you know, just because like the server went down. I was like, okay, what's this all about? And because on the beta they moved it to 9.0.2, which is going to be like I guess the second part. Supposedly they're adding in. So we have Revendreth, like we're dealing with that covenant. It's kind of everything's kind of leading to that in the base, you know, starting expansion. And then supposedly what Preach said today, because I haven't gotten there myself, is now that there's a quest leading to another area dealing with another covenant. He didn't mention who it was, but he sounds like, you know, the patches themselves are going to be like covenant specific patches. So like 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, and then, you know, probably each covenant's going to get their own raid per se. So we'll see. And supposedly there's some talks about maybe the actual Maw and the Jailer might have its own covenant at some point. But who knows? But I think that'd be pretty cool. You could join the Jailer and his mission, but who knows exactly what they're planning on with that.
Ooh, Ritual of Doom is coming back.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Where we can summon our hostile Doomguard.
So
Nice.
I haven't looked too far into this. Are they doing away with the whole race locked classes thing?
No, that'll be. Sometimes they add. Sometimes they change that. It's been actually quite some time since they've been like, oh yeah, Troll's gonna get this and this. No, technically, so Trolls didn't get Paladin, but Zandalari did. So they have to kind of try to lore. You know, it has to equal lore. But no, there won't be That's always been a thing. I mean, as you know, I mean, even playing back then, but yeah, it's still the case.
I think
So I
Swathe
get,
wants
so
all the jobs, and he wants them all on his Volpira.
yes, mm-hmm. Boom, there, yes. I
well,
want a
what
druid.
are
I want
they?
a fox that turns into a bear. And I want a fox that turns into a tiger. And I want a fox that turns into an owlbear. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. You never know.
Oh no. I think you have a valid point.
Large revamps. So a cool
I mean,
thing.
I know that's one of the things that has turned people off in the past. It's like, oh, I want to play this, but I can't play what I want because of that whole thing, and then you're gonna be the back end of that is, oh, it's on the lore.
Well, see, so
Yeah,
that's
I get both ways, but
yeah. So I mean, coming from Final Fantasy, yes, like that's the thing. Where you could be everything on one class, and
or even I'm not saying like one character for everything. I'm because that's Final Fantasy and that's whatever.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, even with SWTOR, if he wanted to be, um, I forget what the freaking races are in that, but you could play each class. I mean, you could be a Force user and a non-Force user sort of deal, and they made it work. But
But I think you actually had to like pay to unlock those, didn't you? Or use the.
uh,
That's what I thought.
so I stopped playing when it went free to play.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I
back
played before then. Yeah.
when it was sub, you could do whatever the heck you wanted. If you wanted to be like a Sith sniper or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah. Which Missy still needs to actually play that now that she got her camera.
What?
SWTOR, Star Wars.
Oh, I know.
Got so much to play, right?
I've had it. I know, and I've had it so long it just sits there, mocking me every time I look at my desktop.
Right. Well, like I said, there's nothing holding you back from doing it other than a WoW expansion. But I mean, I guess you technically have a month, right? So.
I do.
So some cool little class changes on here. Like I said, we're on Wowhead right now. We're just going to kind of go through them a little bit off and on. So it looks like they are given some freedom to. So Fury Warriors, Frost Death Knights, and Monks can now choose between dual wielding and two-hander weapons. I think right now a Brewmaster has to use a two-handed, and a Windwalker has to use one-handers. So that's cool. You're getting those back. They are introducing target caps though for AOE abilities. So I know that's kind of hindering paladins with Divine Storm because I think you could only hit 5 mobs at a time max. So if a tank pulls like 20 of them, you're only going to hit 5 of them, which sucks. So
Yeah.
that does. And same with warlocks. I mean, you might have an AOE, but if it only goes up to 5, I don't know. Do you guys think that they're introducing that to slow down pulls?
Well, I
That's
don't know. A lot of
something
people
that
are always saying pallies are very OP, and maybe that's helping leveling them out a little.
Well, I think just AOE abilities, period. I mean, that could be warlock, that could be mage.
Yeah. I mean, they nerfed my warlock AoEs.
Shit, what is your actual AOE as an infliction?
Basically, Seed of Destruction is the only thing I've got.
which all that does is an explosion that adds corruption to everything.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's like a dot spreads.
It does
dots.
do,
Okay.
but it keeps doing, when you keep hitting, it does keep repeating throughout all the mobs. It does have all the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another one too. There's a beam, and I can't remember what that one is, but you have to pick it in your talents.
Oh, that's why I don't have it.
Yeah, it's a talent, and I mean, it's not really worth it to have that and Seed of Destruction, I don't think.
Like, I know I have the talent thing that it has a chance to spread the seed of destruction to another on the initial cast sort of deal. So you can have like chain reaction explosions going.
Yeah, which is kind of exactly the same thing,
But
as the
that
other
takes a
one.
little bit to set up. But
Yeah.
No. Let's see here. Yeah, so to me, it almost sounds like they're trying to slow down groups from pulling a lot of mobs. Because, again, Final Fantasy, normally, I mean, you pull all the way to a point because they kind of like block you. But,
it's purposely gated.
yeah, so that's that. So I wonder if they're taking that. Because there's already purely known that Blizzard employees have gone to meet Yoshi P, and Yoshi P and a couple of them have went to uh, Blizzard's headquarters. So they're definitely like, you know, and supposedly Yoshi P is
They're buddies.
completely down for World of Warcraft cross. So you never know. That'd be pretty cool though.
The only problem with that is I don't think the Final Fantasy community is ready for that, just because of the negative connotations / stigma that is and still most likely will be around WoW players.
No. Well, what's funny though is WoW people have this. Um, like I said, I play both, but like I said, those people that have just like that's all they play is World of Warcraft, and when they hear about Final Fantasy, even though it's all good things for the most part, right? Like Asmongold, but like he's like, man, this is like furries and bunnies and like uwus and like
And I'm playing as a furry fox. Yep.
yep.
Thanks.
So I mean, even our friend Sinister, like, he says that he's not really into Final Fantasy, which I know he's not really into it all the way, but when he is playing it, he does have fun. He is a tank, and it's just with any MMO, unless you're playing with other people, it is kind of hard to actually like go and continue to play. So I totally get that, and art styles are different and all that stuff. So um, I like they feel similar, but there is a difference. WoW's a lot quicker than Final Fantasy. Um, like just attacks wise and all that stuff. But like I said, Final Fantasy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it also feels like some of the mechanics in Final Fantasy get a lot more technical
So
in like execution.
so from what, because somebody broke it down, and I think keep throwing Asmongold's up it, but like I said, he's like the main streamer for World War. I was thinking about this today. WoW sits at like maybe 30,000 average viewers on Twitch. When he goes live, it goes over 100,000. So he's literally carrying Twitch on his back for World of Warcraft. I am surprised they haven't hired him yet. But yeah, they were showing. I think it was a 15-year veteran of WoW going and playing Final Fantasy, and he was a Lancer that turned into a Dragoon, and he was kind of breaking
Oh
it
God,
down.
why?
And I
Why
don't
would
know.
you do that?
I don't know. And they were showing, they were like, yes, when you first start off, any MMO, to be honest, it's like 1, 2, you might have 2 spells, 3 spells, and then it goes at, and so the big thing, it sounds like, and I know this is why Final Fantasy just changed their trial to go up to 60, is because Heavensward is really when the game really starts becoming good. 2.0 is kind of like got to get past it, because everyone thinks, and I have to agree, 2.0 is very sluggish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like 2.0 is the best thing since sliced bread, but
No, when it came out, it was great, but since Heavensward,
they just keep raising the bar.
yes. So, like I said, I think that'll definitely be like another show of just when we just talk about Final Fantasy and just how the leveling and the storyline are way too like lopsided right now. It's like Fall Guys on that damn teeter-totter thing where you just fall off constantly.
Oh God.
Yeah. Um, but anyways, back to the
Sorry, I
pre-patch.
don't seem to have that problem.
No? Well, you keep falling off?
No, you guys had all the issues, not me.
I have
No,
so
no.
many issues.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a whole show in itself.
So earlier, because I was playing Fall Guys on the PlayStation 4, just testing it out on the, and yeah, it was a little bit weird with the controller at first. I felt like I had more control over like the camera part of it, but I did start finding that jumping with the controller is a lot easier. So
I've always played from day one with a controller
yeah,
plugged in. So
and you actually have your name on there too. You're not just like 4626. So
that's just a PC thing, yeah.
yeah, that's stupid. But anyways, I guess going back to Shadowlands here. So the corruption system that we know is going to be completely removed. So
Thank God, because that's a pain in the ass.
well, like I said, if you had your legendary cloak up, and then you could wear like a full set of corruption gear, and it would even out, so you wouldn't have any negative effects. But we never really got into that. So it does say
Speaking of legendaries, Legion legendaries, are we going to be able to delete them? Bye-bye. Carry, drop, discard.
Wait, there's stuff that you can't just flat out get rid of?
Yeah.
Oh.
There is.
Oh.
It does say Legion legendaries are disabled, making them unusable on twinks and players leveling.
Yeah. So I read that and I thought, well, can we get them out of our bank so I can like make some room?
Probably. But what? Okay, so we'll have to test that out then, because Legion legendary, literally that is your intro quest into Legion, is getting your legendary and your class hall and all that stuff. So that's.
I did that with the blood, not the blood, Demon Hunter. There we go. Words.
Yeah. So the PvP
but it's time
trinket
for that to go.
honor talents.
Yeah, if it's the same thing like with the Final Fantasy relics. It's like a new expansion comes out. They still haven't done it, but you should be able to throw that stuff in your freaking armoire where it doesn't take any inventory away from you.
Yeah.
And just call it a day.
So it does say on here, some classes may feel incomplete in the pre-patch just because you're missing legendary powers. That's going to come from gear that legendaries you make, covenant abilities, soulbind perks, and conduits. So, which is all coming in Shadowlands. So, if your class feels incomplete, then blame Blizzard as always.
Wait, we
As you're
blame
not
other
blaming
people?
Canada. Yeah. Well, don't blame Canada for that.
Blame Canada, girls.
So pets or hunters can now have a whopping 205 pets if they wanted to in their stables. So yeah, and you can tame.
Who the heck has that time?
Right.
Hunters, beastmasters. That's the raison d'être.
So I can't remember if you. I guess you weren't able to actually tame these, but you have 3 new pet families. The courser, which is horses and unicorns, mammoths, and camels, alpacas, elks, ice mammoths. So that'd be cool.
Ooh, Beastmaster of Volpera with llamas.
Yeah. Shouldn't.
Or Volpera with Volpera.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, giraffes,
Isn't
the
that
stags, pythons.
I think that's a dark road that the Volpera don't need to go down.
So this is pretty cool. So now you could actually tame cloud serpents from Pandaria as actual combatant pets. That's cool.
Can you tame the pandas yet?
No.
Oh. Well.
No, because then you'd be a panda with a panda.
So here's a.
No, I would be a Volpera with a panda. You're right.
But they have pandas, and then the panda could have a panda.
Yeah, panda.
But we're talking about me now, and
You have now become 100% a Volpera.
right.
Nope, he was wanting
There
to
he
use
goes,
that all
he's
night.
leaping himself.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up. So supposedly, I guess the F word is, I guess, deemed by Twitch unusable, and you can be actually banned. Is that true?
Well, that.
Posture check, everybody. Sit up straight.
You ain't my mother.
Poto said it was.
Oh. My back doesn't bend that way.
Alright, so mark as complete. There you go. They're all completed. New things, new fun toys. Okay. So here we go. Here's the wow, I took something from Final Fantasy, the newcomer
Shocker.
mentor system.
Oh, that's good.
So
Yeah.
So be level 50. So it has requirements. Be level 50. Complete the achievement 3,000 quests completed, aka 3,000 dungeons completed, wasn't it? Or was it 1,000? I can't remember. It was a shit ton of dungeons and instances.
Yeah.
And then also you need to have terrific trio, reach maximum level with 3 different classes. Rival Battle for Azeroth Season 4. Earn rank of Rival during Battle of Azeroth Season 4. So you have to complete 2 of these. So I definitely got Terrific Trio. We have the technology, purchase all research items in the Titanic Research Archive, which I didn't do that crap. But I did do the Walking Dream, which is defeat N'Zoth and Nilotha. So
Pray return to the waking sands.
3,000? Yeah. Poto would know. Okay, so here's a big one, guys. So the leveling revamp. So, and I've been reading about this. I've seen it and messed with it, and I told Missy like all about it. And so right now it's seeming like, because I think I was even showing you, Chris, the other day, was so normally you would go to Chromie after you got out of the Exile's Reach, and you would choose Cataclysm, which is Cataclysm areas plus Old World because it's Cataclysm World, BC, Wrath, Mists of Pandaria, Legion, and then BFA was kind of like the default one, right? So
Who wants to go back to Burning Crusade?
A lot of people.
That was a craptastic.
Let me see. So
Dad would likely want to go back.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because that was like the last one that I noodled around in.
Right. Yeah. So definitely like. So you have all those, but right now, currently, you go talk to Chromie. She says there's current things you need to go do, which is BFA. Supposedly to get past that, these bugs, right? This is what we're talking about. Is you have to actually go and do the first quest to introduce yourself to Borealis or Zandalar, and then you come back, and then you could talk with Chromie. So you have to like go into BFA a little bit to come back to Chromie to start other stuff. There's also some classes, or not classes, I think Legion, for example, that you have to use, was it a Balanced Druid? I don't know, whatever class it was, you didn't get the actual spell until level 35, but you're supposed to be able to go into Legion at level 10. But you couldn't complete the Legion introduction without learning the spell, which you don't learn until you're level 35. So I guess there's a lot of those little things. Yeah. So it's like, oh, I want to go do Legion. Well, you can't because you're not high enough. But it's not supposed to be like that. So, and supposedly, and I didn't get to that point with my, let me see here. Supposedly, when you hit 50, Chromie kicks you out of the past, per se, and tells you to go to and slaps you on the butt and sends you to Shadowlands. So it doesn't let you complete the area, supposedly, as it sits right now. But I guess just to kind of read, so the leveling revamp, so heirlooms, the experience earned is now being, the bonus experience is now being removed. Now there's utility bonuses now. So I think it's a 6 set. So if you are a 6, I think if you have rested experience, you use pretty much 60% less of your rested experience. So it'll last longer. So you have double experience longer if you have rested.
What's rested?
Rested experience is the blue bar.
What's a blue bar?
You never seen it?
You need to know when I'm messing with you.
I know.
It's getting too easy, man.
No, I'm just making sure. Well, I just know you've been leveling a lot, so you probably have not seen it actually, unless you've been in a rested area. But I know you've been leveling a bunch.
Seen it like once.
Yeah. Now this.
I eat my mana cookie.
So, and this is what was weird, but we did see this. So Death Knights and Demon Hunters start at level 8. Everything else starts at level 1. Allied races start at level 10. So I guess the 8 to 10 is just those specific experiences.
Like the starter, hey, you're this now.
Yeah, so, but it's kind of crazy because unless they've cut through a lot of that starter experience, I feel like you're going to be way past level 10 by the time you get out of there. Because technically you were 55, and I think you got out of the Death Knight area by like level 58, almost 59.
I got through it in 10 levels.
10 levels? Yeah.
Yes.
So 2 levels, because technically the new experience is supposed to be 10 to 50.
So that would have been 5 levels in this revamp, right? Because it's half.
Yeah. And technically they're thinking 2. Because you're supposed to be starting the new stuff at level 10. Or you're supposed to be either starting BFA or the, or one of the old Chromie zones. Me personally, I'm going to do probably Wrath or Missy Pandaria, probably.
You know which one I'm going to do? Guess which one I'm going to do, actually. I want to see what you think.
Well, you're kind of like Missy. Actually, Missy's kind of played a little bit more than you.
Bit.
So, I don't know. You have never played Wrath, right?
Negative.
Or Cataclysm. Missy Pandaria.
Negative.
Warlords of
Negative.
Draenor. Legion. And BFA, I'm pretty sure you've already leveled through it.
Yeah, Legion, I'm kind of going through right now my Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mr. Pandaria?
Pandaland.
Can I tame a panda as a pet, as a hunter, Volpera?
No, not a Pandarian.
Then why would I go through Mr. Pandera?
Because maybe you might find the untamed one.
Because the pandas are sentient.
Yeah.
Is this you play Final Fantasy, therefore you're gonna like this Eastern sort of vibe place? Is that what you're going with, Brad?
No, it's just Pandaria. I actually really like Pandaria. Actually, pretty like I said, it's either gonna be that or Wrath probably for me.
Pandaria had the best outfits, I think. they had the most intricate designs, and after that, they just went bleh and went drab.
Well, that's what happens when you play Horde. No. No.
No,
Okay.
no, that's not even Horde. That was Alliance.
Well, I mean, each expansion has their own like unique look and everything like that. So
Unique drab.
yeah. What about you, Missy? What are you gonna do first? I think you got a bunch of expansions to play.
Oh, a bunch of expansions to play. What do you mean?
Like Burning Crusade, Wrath, Miss Pandaria, Cataclysm, Warlords.
Best Pandaria. I want to get more through that.
Yeah, that's, and to attach onto this, that was one thing. So in BFA, they did add it in BFA, and they of course did it in Shadowlands, where it actually shows the MSQ quest, and then you do all those, which they took that from Final Fantasy XIV. We'll mention that. But I was wanting them to go back and do that with every other expansion. I was trying to test that out today on my mage when I went to Howling Fjord. If it pops up a quest for me after I turn something in, I do that specific quest. And I was moving through the zone really quickly, and then of course it kind of sent me to Dragonblight, but I'm like, no, we're not done with Howling Fjord.
Not there yet. No, let's stop it.
No,
No.
we're not. So I'm still trying to figure out. There was a little question or an exclamation point on the map, so I gotta do that one and see where it leads me. But so I'm hoping either over time they will add that to our actual thing. But let me see here. Channel tools. Yeah, I'm just hoping they do that because it would be nice to. Can I actually do this? I can. You guys ready? I'm gonna do this.
Oh, look at you. My juicy 250.
Pretty.
Woo! The first one, guys. The first one.
My juicy 250. 250.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I did this. Yeah. Oh, I need to actually fix that. Being affiliated. Well, this just shows us that we are affiliated.
We are affiliate, yeah.
I think you've done screwed up there, mate.
Well, there we go. Well, I mean, I was working a bunch of the affiliated stuff today. Like I said, we have to pick. Missy picked the shields.
That's fine.
So it's probably the one I'm probably going to go after for our badges.
Well, I really like the crystals. The problem is that when they're small and they're tiny, they kind of all look similar. So at least the shields are all different.
No, yeah, definitely. That. Professions, of course, got stuff like that. Allied. Oh yeah, so that'll be a big one. So the allied race requirements. All you're going to need to do is mainly the achievements, like the storyline achievements. So like for High Mountain Torn, you'll just need to go and actually complete High Mountain.
So I don't need to grind out Volpera reputation with this magic little book that was linked to me.
Yes. You don't.
Like it should have been in the first place.
Well, I mean, they're of course like so the allied race. They labeled them as content, right? So, and that's Blizzard's game right now. They don't actually do sub counts anymore. They do time played. So anything, and they won't outright say that that's actually true, right? But they have a lot of systems in this game that now makes you play. You have to play longer.
Don't do this to me.
So
I'll walk away. I'll walk away right now.
well, I mean, well,
No, you
technically,
won't. Not
well,
now. You won't. Not with the Vulpera.
God damn it! Called my bluff.
well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, like I said, that's why I love WoW and Final Fantasy because they both are on opposite sides of each other. So, patch cycle, you know, like when nothing's happening in Final Fantasy, like there is right now, there's a WoW expansion.
Well,
When
you can thank kind of freaking Corona for that. Otherwise, we would have had the new raid stuff coming out about the same time.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So I mean, it's that way now. It wasn't that way before.
no, it actually kind of was because I mean, like I said, I've been flip flopping for the last like 7 8 years, well 7 years.
Flopping like a freaking fish, man.
Yep. Vulpera.
Vulpera is a wraith photo that you unlock on the Horde side, which you were
Yeah,
playing Horde, so you can unlock it.
It's a little fluffy fox dude. Or
Yeah.
gal.
But really cute.
Yes. That's why I have no issue playing Horde now. I'll be honest.
It's like the Vulpera sold you totally.
Yeah, just like the 2.0 Final Fantasy like login screen music got me on that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the reason why I switched was I booted up the game, had that go through my headset. I'm like, yeah, we're done here.
It's like,
This
we're
is it.
good. I'm good.
All right. Let's see here. Also, we have
Then
to.
again,
Then
that
again,
was
what?
part of it for me too. Well, the music of Final Fantasy from the very beginning is what sold me on the game from day one.
See, WoW needs to put their music they put in their cinematics and like all that stuff into their boss battles. Like if they could do that, then that would bring in more flair into their actual boss battles. Because like you don't really
I'll
have.
be honest. If they could, like with boss battles, if they can make like orchestrate a piece of music with a really good hook,
Mhm.
then you just have people, oh, let's go farm this, oh, let's go farm this, and then there's your time played
Yeah.
instead of locking stuff behind reputation.
Yeah.
Not salty at all.
Let's see. Well, at least all these, I don't know. They said they might bring out more allied races, maybe, with Shadowlands, maybe people. I know a lot of people are kind of looking at the Bastion people, and like especially
How about the deer people? Deer people.
if you look at them, they kind of have the body structure of Draenei. So if you take so Blizzard's, the art team and all that stuff is kind of lazy, right? So they're taking
Surprised.
so if they can use like the one thing you'll see everywhere. So the Proto Drake model is used for the Phoenix model, which is also used for I think I thought I just saw it in oh yeah, it was like this like undead looking raven model in Maldraxxus. So if the skeleton can fit, then you must acquit, right? So
Oh dear.
so I mean, in the end, it's like I was watching you like laugh and then laugh again. That was funny. But
Don't look at me.
don't look.
Don't look at me.
So kind of going through this, continues to the character customization. So this will be something Missy's going to be loving. So your barber's going to be your new friend. The barber shop, you're going to be able to change your gender. You don't have to pay for that no
I
more.
don't go to a barber for that.
Well, these goblins are now plastic surgery specialists. So they will make your night elf dude be a really hot night elf chick. So
So they teach in the arts of tucking, is what you're saying.
I guess so.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, and this is one thing that Missy didn't really care for. Void elves can now access blue eyes and all skin tones. So literally, you could look like a blood elf. That's a void elf.
Okay.
Oh, someone pandered to something there.
Yep. Now there is pretty cool. So the way that they're doing this, there's going to be a crap ton of customizations in here from the fact that like dwarves. So you have all these different tribes, and instead of giving us like all these ally classes, they're giving us just the customization of them. So the wild hammers up in Twilight Highlands, like they have a lot of tattoos, blue, they're like lighter skin. They have like long ass like tattoos. Question for the panel. You only get to have a first name in WoW.
Because it's an American-based MMO and they don't believe in surnames. Next question.
Well, if you want to
quite
do...
frankly, that's it, because it's the same thing with SWTOR. You can only have a first name. But
Which sucks, because when you can have the actual first name you want if you could have a last name.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having to bastardize one name a million different ways in order for you to get that name.
With alt codes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like me, I just make puns out of my name.
Well, you're a punny guy, Swathe.
That's debatable. Well, okay, yeah, you do get a family name, and I guess that could be a surname. But all your characters have to share that name. You can't change that last name, per se.
So is it like BDO then, with the family name?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like, per se, Final Fantasy, where it's like, yeah, I want a last name of Bob on this character, and on this other character I'm making, I want it last name of Billy.
But in BDO too, you can use an underscore to kind of give you a last name.
But
no.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if you look at differences between Eastern and Western MMO, that's kind of like a standard, what they do.
I like the last name, I have to admit.
Yeah, I think it's a good feature. Good little thing to have.
Especially when you can say naughty things in your name with puns.
Yep. Let me see. Oh yeah, so the character creation screen, like I said, I think, to be honest, Shadowlands is going to be WoW 2.0, or the closest we're going to get to this damn thing. Because the characterization screen now has totally been revamped. When you select a class, they're actually going to use some of their spells, so you actually can see what an actual mage is, a frost mage, a fire mage, and an arcane mage. So you won't just have them there wearing basic armor. They're actually gonna have it's really cool, like being really dynamic. So, transmog improvements, Missy. Mages and warlocks can transmog wands to daggers and swords.
Yeah.
Priests can transmog wands to one-hand maces and daggers.
Mace is kind of weird for, I don't know, for a priest.
Yeah. Okay. It's cool, so they give more Legion artifact transmog across the board, so that'll be pretty cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, flying unicorn. So I guess not all ground mounts are not going to fly. So the unicorn mounts will be able to fly.
Well,
So.
they better. They're unicorns.
So, are they doing a thing like Final Fantasy did to where just like some random horse can fly, no big deal,
Yeah, practically, yeah.
and a panda can fly, no big deal? Happy
Yeah.
rainbows.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people are asking for them to keep the big long boy, like the actual mount with the auction house on it. Just like either just keeping it on the black market or something like that.
Why were they going to get rid of the Brontosaur?
Yep, that's going to be gone. Well, this is all that's being removed in pre-patch. Ahead of the curve and cutting edge achievements. Mad World achievement from Horrific Visions. The Awakened Mind Borer from Mythic Plus. Hertz Locker from Mythic Mechagon. Elite PvP sets, and Reigns of the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur, which is a long boy.
Yeah.
So those are going bye-bye. So as far as that on here, so that's kind of all the changes, all the system changes. There's going to be a crap ton of class changes. We all know that. So now to the good stuff, right? So there's going to be a quest line. It's supposed to be going to be 2 weeks leading up to Shadowlands releasing, and the undead are going to be everywhere. And supposedly they've toned it down because a lot of people were originally the undead came and you would have a bunch of zombies everywhere, all over Ogremore, everywhere. So people that were going to be trying questing or even trying to go to an auction house in Stormwind would be killed over and over and over, and then they had become a zombie. And then they would go kill other people. But it would be like, okay, this is cool, but after a while you're like, okay, fucking stop.
Annoyed.
Stop. And you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm done, I'm walking away, you know. So supposedly they tone that down or something like that. So there's going to be quest lines that's supposed to be leading us to Ice Crown. And those are going to give Argent commendations, and you can get, and 15 of those will give you item level 100 gear, which is equivalent to the normal Nyalotha raid gear, which is 445, 450. So don't be worried about gear, just get that. It looks like Alliance and Horde, like specific looking gear. And then for classes, or for weapons, so I saw a bunch, what was it? So in Ice Crown, there's going to be a lot of rares. So Ice Crown, that area is going to get really popular really fast. So there's going to be a bunch of rares, and they're all going to drop remastered versions, item level 100, of their old trinkets, their old weapons, their old, like, stuff that was back in Wrath. Like, Professor Putricide had this trinket, and it's been remastered, brought up to level 50, well, which will be the new thing. So in pre-patch, if you're 120, you'll go to 50. 1 to 60 is the new leveling, the new range now. So the game, it took it, 16, 17 years to get to 120, and then now they're just slapping it back down to 60.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah. Well, as I said, that's why I think this is the closest we're going to get to WoW 2.0, because they've redone the character customization screen. They've shrunk everything back to 60. I mean, practically Chromie. So Chromie's your way of going to those other zones, but remember the mission board? You said you really like that. That's still going to be there, so you can go do that if you wanted. You don't have to go to Chromie. So it's like you could practically.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, so you could practically play. I don't know. I hope they work everything out. I mean, to be honest, Final Fantasy, I know we keep throwing it in a Shadowlands pre-patch talk a lot of Final Fantasy here, but we all play Final Fantasy here, so technically there is no PTR, for Final Fantasy. So.
Oh no, it's all tested in house.
Yeah.
Like their Q&A is not done by Joe Schmo.
No. And so that's a lot of people are thinking.
Brad, but...
No. I'm just saying, like, so a lot of people on the forums, the White Knights as they call them, are saying that it's not going to be that bad. Like, they have stuff going on in house that's going to be fixed beforehand. But in the end, it's an MMO. They'll fix it. It'll get grooved out. I mean, technically, the whole Chromie thing and that whole thing it's a part of the game, but it's not Shadowlands. So as long as Shadowlands is good to go, then I think that's all they care about, right?
Mhm.
So, but
And I can't wait.
Right.
I'm so jealous you have the beta.
Yeah, I mean it'd be cool, like if you like I said, I tried on Preach's thing to get the code when he was doing the raffles. So if we get big enough, then Blizzard should give us beta keys at some point too. So
for next one, that's the goal.
Honestly, all a beta key is gonna cost Blizzard. It's just free publicity.
Oh yeah. But yeah. So I mean, is there anything else you guys are excited for? I mean, I know the pre-patch is pre-patch. Well, I guess here's a good question for you both. So, what are you thinking your mains are going to be? And do you think you need the pre-patch to actually confirm that?
What's a main?
What you're going to raid with, if not try to just do in-game stuff. The class you will mainly play and mostly play.
Well,
I don't know yet.
Medowin's on Alliance, and she will stay in Affliction Warlock. And Callie, I mean, mages are pretty OP in this patch too, so I'll probably stick with Arcane. I keep flipping with Frost Mage and Arcane Mage, but I'll probably just stay with Arcane. I like it better than Frost, but we'll see. I might flip-flop them, but she'll stay a Mage.
Yeah. I mean, are you wanting to play Mage? I mean, I know that was when we went to Hyjal, that was like your highest one at that point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or do you think you might? Well, let me ask you this. I mean, I know Chris.
I like my hunter.
Right. No, hunters are fun. I like hunters. I like pet classes. I know Chris is looking to probably raid, which, like I said, when Heretic says
what time?
When Heretic says progression, that is just don't be switching your characters constantly. But
if I don't hear it from the horse's mouth,
I know
I'm gonna assume hardcore progression is hardcore progression, and that's just how I am.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know those characters, those people.
You just call them characters.
Yes. Well, they are characters. Have you seen chat?
There's only 2 people online right now.
Yeah. Like I said, we wave the flag of hardcore, and all that means is we're gonna get together. We're actually gonna down stuff, and
I may try. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean if I was East Coast, the times would be perfect, but yeah.
I mean, they just need to understand my situation, because my situation is by far not normal whatsoever.
No. And you'll be fine. Like I said, people know each other. I mean, it's going to be one of those kickback. People are drunk or high.
Oh God.
Yeah, right. And how perfection can you be when you're like that?
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
I know the group of people, and it'll be a fun raid, and you guys will down stuff, and it'll be awesome. You'll remember it. And if you have to
He
get up and
acts like he's
go,
not gonna join.
who, me?
Yeah.
So if it starts at 10, no, was it 7? No, no,
What do you mean louder, Poto?
it was 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning for me.
I can hear me.
So, and if I wasn't like, and it's a what, Wednesday, Thursday, so even on a good week, even if I was like, I'd be like coming to raids like, I don't know. Progression is not until Mythics. That's 20 dedicated people, but beforehand you have normal and heroic, which is flex. 10 to 30 people can come and go. If you gotta leave, technically the raid gets easier for them. So, win-win, right? So.
Yeah.
Poto,
But
you're
you
supposed
still
to read lips.
When you mouth
What?
something.
Good luck reading my lips.
Swade doesn't have any lips today.
Nope.
Right. No lippies. Let's see here. Is there anything left on that? Oh yeah, so there will be a world boss, Nathanos. He will be in,
Da, 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 da.
there we go, yeah. Yeah, Nathanos, he'll be in Eastern Blakelands by his house, his homestead. I guess he'll be dropping item level 100 items, including weapons.
So are we just legit going up this guy's house, burning it down, and calling it a day?
Practically,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Okay.
He'll be pwned.
It's gonna
mean,
like it in Transylvania when the peasants stormed Dracula's castle. That's what we're doing.
I mean, as long as we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, let me see. This actually looks. Yeah, here. I'm gonna switch us back to
I'll buy us some torches.
our reactions thing here. All right.
I'll bring the pitchforks.
Okay.
All right.
What's the deal?
So the pre-launch event, Scourge Invasions, so Capital City Invasions. So Stormwind and Orgrimmar are gonna pretty much be like annihilated, as you guys can see. I don't know if you're looking at the stream or not, but
Yeah.
yeah, so you're gonna have tons. So these will just be wandering around, and you'll be killing them, and then, but I think, and they can kill you pretty quickly. But if you kill them all, you'll still have like a debuff on you, and once that dot reaches a certain point, then you die and you become a zombie, and then you go and kill other people.
So, where's this whole zombie thing coming from? This seems.
This? Technically,
Yeah,
the original one they did from Burning Crusade into Wrath. The undead was unleashed onto everybody. So pretty much because the Helm of Domination was destroyed, the undead have no more master on Azeroth, and thus come the zombies.
So, question. Just hypothetically, here. Why aren't they using fire?
Fire?
Zombies fire? No.
This looks like will plague everywhere. I mean, I guess there is some fire, I guess.
Zombies burn is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Well, supposedly these they just keep going.
You also put like a blade in the back of the neck too.
Yeah.
Up into the brain.
Oh, so yeah. So here's week 1.
Too much work.
So
just give them a lobotomy. Call it a day.
So here's your week 1. So I guess it'll lead us to Nathanos. Includes a cinematic. It's a bunch of cinematics. Week 2, which is going to lead up to
Now, why would we be killing the Thanos?
Well, because he's Sylvanas' wannabe
Right-hand
boyfriend.
man.
Well, he actually is in love with Sylvanas.
Hey, you, I don't like a boyfriend, no
But-
way, no how, I think you need a new one.
But yeah, he's he ain't gonna get
Watch it
nothing
mute
from
the
her.
video.
So yeah, you'll have dailies. Kill 12 infectious zombies and return to Commander Thog in the Valley of Strength. So that's how you'll get stuff. There's Ice Crown dailies. So Ice Crown's going to get really, really busy. Then yeah, Argent Commendations. So here, yeah, so 15. Oh, some pets, stuff like that. So here is your Alliance cloth, Horde cloth. Alliance leather, so your typical kind of like rogue looking thing. So it's pretty cool. This one actually almost looks like they're undercover people in the Alliance. What are they called? I forgot what they're called. The Alliance mail.
That's better.
Yeah, that one's not
Of
too
course,
bad.
it's male.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cloth is lame.
For Warlock, this one wouldn't be bad. This one almost seems like a mage outfit or a priest. This can fit a Warlock.
Yeah.
Now the plate literally...
I don't know. That looks very priesty, the top one to me.
Yeah. Now this
Not
plate...
like Warlock.
Yeah. So to me,
It's
these
It's
technically...
just closed.
Yeah.
Just close.
Yeah. Well, technically this and this... A lot of these look like they're the Warfront's gear. So, yeah. Ice Crown, yes, all the Ice Crown bosses. So supposedly you're gonna have, yeah, not the plate. So this is pretty. I like that they're using the old zones. It almost sounds like they're taking another thing out of Final Fantasy.
Huh, I wonder why. It could have nothing to do with a higher subscriber count, could it?
I don't know. I don't even know what WoW's subscriber count is anymore. But yeah, these are all the rares that's gonna be in there, and they're all gonna drop there. So like Professor.
They're gonna drop their clothes.
So like this one like the minuscule abomination in a jar. So technically, this one was like one of the crazy trinkets to get way back in the day. Yeah, so that one's actually pretty cool one. These numbers though, man, look at those big numbers.
Oof.
They're saying 4.88 million.
But look at how much gold this
For
stuff's
WoW.
worth.
Oh yeah. That's what I need to go do is actually go get some gold back. But yeah. Alright, switches back to this. Alright. Well, we are practically at that 2-hour mark. So we doubled our time today, but the first half an hour was watching cutscenes.
Yep.
Or watching me watch cutscenes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I think, you know, Uther was a Warcraft 3 thing. I never played it. But the whole storyline of like when it actually went to Arthas and he's like, all I see is darkness. Like, I remember that back in 2009, I think is actually when that happened. Or 2010.
Oh, sorry. WoW is at 2.7 mil,
Is it?
and Final Fantasy is at 5 mil.
Nice.
I think that was all worlds. Yep, that was all worlds. And most people play female Makote. Huh, go figure.
Right.
The most played class is White Mage.
Of course.
Really? But there's
Yeah.
always a queue waiting for healers.
I mean, it doesn't mean that they...
They're just more DPS probably, like in total.
Like
But
more cowbell.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, Draka, like I said, we saw her a little bit in Warlords and of course the movie. But I think, I said, each one kind of had their own unique flavor, right? Which I think is what they're trying to get with the Covenants. And I know people saying with the Covenants is just let me play the game, let me do this. I want to be, I want to be a druid on my fox, but that's just not going to happen,
I want to be a bear riding a fox.
Maybe the trolls can teach them how to be druids after a while. You never know. That could be a way in.
Listen. They need to take more from 14, and that's one of them. Why not? I don't see the issue.
Right. All right. Well, it is almost 4 a.m. here. I tell you what, Sinister gets on really late. He's like, I want to be on after a couple hours. Like I just saw him pop back on.
Pacific Coast, and he's a late night guy, so.
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't start doing anything till like after 10. Like I was kind of hoping, I was like, hey, if you guys start at like midnight, like I could, it's like 9 in the morning for me. Or even if they started at 10, I could come in at like 7 a.m. and then go to like 10. If I'm off, I could actually raid. But
yeah.
But nope, they're starting at I think it was 7 Eastern and ending at no 10 Eastern.
7
was it?
Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 Pacific.
10 to 1 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even a little too late for me probably most of the time.
Yeah, that last hour will be normally that last hour is pretty rough, but like
that's
I said,
when shift change happens too, which sucks.
Yeah. But I don't, like I said, for them, to be honest, you ain't going to get militaristic. I've already been told, I was like, so you guys going militaristic then? And he's like, nah, it's hardcore progression, which just means no changing classes because they've gotten screwed over like that before. And
so I can be a fox druid. Got it.
You could really think and try really hard, but yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
I'll write an angry forum post.
Do it. Rise of the Foxies.
That way
Rise
I can tell them what the heck is on my mind.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think, yeah, like I said, this one was kind of more of a loose Cool Cats chats for us. Just kind of talking about the pre-patch and a lot of Final Fantasy in there too. But it happens.
Well, the two games are so close at this point. It's hard to talk about one without the other.
Oh yeah.
Especially in the detail that we're going in, but
yeah. So, yeah. Was there any closing thoughts you guys wanted to say about the pre-patch, just Shadowlands, and what you guys are looking forward to?
Fox people.
Vampires.
Vampires. Yeah.
I'm still Revendreth. Yeah.
What about you, Swaith? What are you gonna go from what you've seen of
Fox
the
people?
Covenants?
Fox people.
Ardenwild, yeah.
Fox people.
So Ardenwild. Okay.
You're putting words in my mouth, sir.
Well, I mean, there is a fox in Ardenwild, so like fox people would be that.
Doesn't the fox die in that too?
No. I don't think there's any foxes that die. I'll let you know tomorrow after I play. That'll be a long stream.
Wow.
But, all right, guys. Well, I think we will conclude here. And we'll see you again for episode 3, which will probably do a more serious topic. But yeah, we'll kind of
Microtransactions, and they're evil against our capitalistic MMO society.
yeah, that could definitely be a topic. Or
I don't know. I'm just spewing words at this point.
yeah. All right. Well, did you guys? I guess I'll let you guys say some pieces of goodbye-ness.
Oh, here. I got one.
Sloppy.
Okay, I'm done.
You're a man of few words.
That's funny.
And this is Madeline Amara, aka Missy, saying goodnight from Crucible Gaming Network, and hope to see you for part 3.
Yep. Oh no, we'll definitely see him. I do have one announcement I gotta make before we close it out here. Before Leroy interrupts again, is we are going to be doing a $25 giveaway. That what you need to do is I'll put the link up on our Twitter and Facebook and Discord and all that fun stuff. But actually following us on Twitter and Twitch, and liking us on Facebook, and joining our Discord and all that fun stuff, that'll give you entries. And you can win to $25, and it could be any game-related platform. So Steam, Battle.net, I guess even Amazon, whatever, like I said. But we're going to do a $25 giveaway. And it actually starts tonight. Actually, it's not called Origin anymore. It's called just EA Desktop application.
Oh,
yes.
Whatever.
But anyways, yeah. So anyways, we will catch you guys all next week for another cool Catz Chats. And so have a good night.
Halfway.